Hello and welcome to Mexico News Network's Daily Report. I'm your host, Mara Thompson. Today we have new information for you, but first, don't forget to visit us at mexiconewsnetwork.com, as well as follow us on Facebook, Twitter, and Google+, so you can always stay on top of all the relevant information on the positive side of Mexico and the world. Let's start with today's show. In the last 10 years, over 100 languages have disappeared, and another 400 are in a critical situation. Back in 1999, there were about 51 languages with only one speaker left. By 2010, the UN Atlas of Endangered Languages listed only 18 with a single remaining speaker. According to the United Nations Educational, Scientific, and Cultural Organization, UNESCO, every 14 days a language dies. At this rate, half of the 7,000 languages and dialects spoken in the world will disappear. In order to preserve these languages, cultures, and knowledge, Swarthmore College of Pennsylvania linguistics professor K. David Harrison developed the Enduring Voices project with National Geographic throughout the world to record and preserve the different languages. Languages like Koro, spoken by less than 1,000 people in the mountains of India, were recorded for the first time. In Mexico, they managed to document the Seri, which is spoken in the state of Sonora by an ethnic group of the same name. In an attempt to tackle this issue, Google opened a forum called Endangered Languages for people who want to keep their language. It allows them to upload videos, documents, and recordings so they can at least leave a record of their existence. For the first time, Mexican researchers applied the method of pictorial remnant magnetization, which originated in Italy to date pre-Hispanic paintings. Avto Gogichaishvili, Juan Morales, Ana Maria Soler, and Jaime Urrutia Fukugauchi, members of the National Archaeomagnetic Service at Universidad Nacional Autónoma de México, UNAM, successfully applied this technique to 4 murals in the country. Before the surging of this new technique, the method of pictorial dating used by archaeologists was simply through estimates of temporality, relating it to the context of the enclosure where the paintings were found. The red color in the pre-Columbian murals was the key to using this new technique, since the minerals contained in the pigment of this coloration contain particles of hematite and magnetite, ferrous and ferric oxide minerals, which are free to move and align with the direction of the Earth's magnetic field before drying. The method of pictorial remnant magnetization was used in the Temple of Venus in Cacaxtla in the state of Tlaxcala, in the Red Temple at Templo Mayor in Tenochtitlan, and in Chapulines and Estrellas, both belonging to the complex of Cholula in Puebla. According to the National Institute of Public Health, during the holiday period, the cases of seasonal affective disorder increase, which affects 10% of the Mexican population. The psychotherapist Alberto Ramales explains that some therapies help reduce the suffering. Methods considered by some to be alternative, such as acupuncture or hypnosis, are some of the therapies that help people with this disorder. So be open-minded. Though disdained by some people, these treatments do have scientific basis. They regulate chemicals such as dopamine, a neurotransmitter related to the sensation of pleasure or happiness, something that is not in this season due to the effects of the climate. With the arrival of winter, the days become shorter, and there is less sun intensity, which makes people spend less time outdoors and reduces the production of chemicals related to pleasure, which in some cases can lead to depression. Even though it's perfectly fine to resort to these types of therapy to deal with the winter blues, the specialist recommended that people diagnosed with a disorder come with properly certified therapists. This was all for today. My name is Mara Thompson, and this is Daily Report by Mexico News Network. Remember to follow us on our social networks and to log on to mexiconewsnetwork.com for more positive information on Mexico and the world. Thanks for stopping by. If you liked our content, remember to like and subscribe. If you want to always stay on top of the daily news, visit our playlist. For an in-depth analysis of the travel industry in Mexico, check the playlist of our Travel Insider or take a look at our written articles if you don't want to ever miss any detail of what's happening in Mexico and the world.